That's our reaction to week 3 of the NFL.
Woo!
I'm kind of just here.
Feeling
I'm filled with the
good.
rage of Honey Badger.
It's Tyrann Mathieu.
Welcome back to week 4 of our NFL weekly picks. Just another insane, stupid week. Ethan came out the winner last week at 9-7. I was 7-9, and John was 6-10. So our win percentages are on screen for the total season. Let's get straight into it. Thursday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys coming off of that loss to the Ravens where they tricked their fans into thinking they were going to come back in that game, and they still lost. To the Giants, who got a win. They beat Deshaun Cosby and the Cleveland Browns. How about that? As we all know, because it's the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants are, in fact, the good guys this week. However, not trust Danny Dimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like Danny Dimes is going to throw a few dimes to the defense.
Giants. I just don't like Dallas.
Let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
We got New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons, both losers last week. Saints fell in a stupid, low-scoring game to the Eagles. Falcons lost because the Chiefs got handed a third consecutive win with no PI call at the end. So that was awesome.
You know, I think the Saints thing was just a fluke.
Why are you crossing Atlanta then?
I forgot which one was which.
I like birds.
I don't like birds, so I'll be going with the New Orleans Saints for a bounce-back win, and Kirk Cousins, unfortunately, is going to start looking like this after this week.
I just can't do it. I can't take this no more, man.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is a football player who struggled against the Indianapolis Colts defense and lost, so that's not good. LA Rams, I said last week that their season was going to be over, but Matthew Stafford, ice in his veins apparently, saved their season with a big comeback to beat the 49ers. I'm going to go with the Rams here because Sean McVay is a good head coach, and Matt Eberflus is not a good head coach.
I think I like the animals. We're going to go with the Rams.
So the Bears aren't animals.
No.
My bad. All right, John, what about you?
Dang, this is a hard choice. Good thing I got a medallion to flip.
What is this? Oh my god!
Which one is what team?
Okay, Rams.
There was
All right.
nothing to that.
That Rams sweep, I guess.
Yeah.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
Damn it!
All right, next up we've got a very, very exciting matchup. The 3-0 Sam Darnold MVP front-running Minnesota Vikings visiting the Green Bay Packers. As of right now, technically we don't know who's going to start for the Packers, but it's looking more and more likely it's going to be Jordan Love returning this week. Packers got the win against the Titans with Malik Willis last week. Vikings beat the crap out of Houston, which is kind of surprising. My gut's telling me Minnesota, but go Pack, go baby. I'm never gonna not be biased. We're going all the way to the NFC Championship and blowing another lead and not making the Super Bowl.
Gillick draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's going to be long. No! No!
Vikings are kind of animals.
That's why I picked Minnesota.
12 seconds later.
What?
Did I just hear more guy?
Whoa!
It's Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. Pittsburgh's 3-0. They scored 2 touchdowns this week. I can't even be mad at their win. They just played a good game. Justin Fields actually looks pretty good right now for them, which is highly surprising because I thought that he was donezo after last year in Chicago.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
Indy beat Chicago. Anthony Richardson had 2 of the most horrific interceptions I've ever seen in my entire life. He only threw 2 this week as opposed to 3 last week, so he is improving. I say he only throws 1 this week, and the Colts win.
But Colts are animals. I'm going to ride this one to the end of the video.
No, he's gonna pick Denver again. Oh no! We've got the Denver Broncos who are visiting the New York Jets. Somehow both winners, where the Broncos actually showed up for a change and beat Tampa Bay somehow. Meanwhile, the New York Jets are in fact the New York Jokes, but not last week where they beat up on the Patriots. And because I trust Aaron Rodgers more than Bo Nix, even though Bo Nix did well, it's as simple as that, baby.
Broncos happen to be animals.
Yeah, but you know what's more powerful than the Bronco? the Jet.
Philadelphia at Tampa Bay. Philadelphia won against New Orleans last week. It was 15-12. It felt like a Steelers game in the way that they scored. Also taking on Tampa Bay, who are desperately looking for a bounce back after getting embarrassed by Bosif Knicks and the Denver Broncos. So because they need a bounce back, I'm going to pick Tampa Bay for the win, and I'm probably going to be regretting that. Okay, so Ethan picks the Philadelphia Eagles because they are, in fact, a creature.
Creature.
Tampa Bay.
There be treasure. Life on the open seas.
All right, a desperate game for the Bengals here, who dropped to 0-3 after Ethan's Commanders beat them on Monday night. Carolina looked like they were destined for a winless season, and then the Red Rifle returned as Andy Dalton is now top 4 MVP probably. And threw for 303 touchdowns and no turnovers, and they won by, like, it felt like 30. I don't know if I can trust the Bengals, who have the worst defense in the NFL. It's worse than the Colts defense, which not a good thing, Cincinnati, but Carolina's not good now, right? Like, they're not good. I'm just gonna pick Cincinnati and shut up.
Yeah, same here.
Since bears are not animals. I'd also like to say that Bengals are not animals either.
They don't.
Oh, what's next? You're going to say lions aren't real either?
I would never.
Save that for content later, guys. That's Monday night. Jacksonville at Houston. Houston got embarrassed last week by Minnesota, but they're still 2-1. They're still in the lead for the division. Jacksonville legitimately might be the worst team in the NFL right now. Smoked by Buffalo, 47-10. An utter embarrassment. I can't talk for the Jaguars.
Have you ever had a dream that you
I'm not picking them. I'm picking Houston. Because the NFL makes no sense this year, Jacksonville will probably win like 31-10 or something.
Speaking of Jacksonville winning.
Is it because they are Jaguars?
No, because they have cool uniforms.
I press X to doubt.
Ethan Hibbs' Washington Commanders visiting the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals kind of disappointed me last week. Just never were really in it against the Lions. It was a close game in the final score, but Lions pretty much controlled the game. Washington, buddy, I don't want to like curse it, but like Jaden Daniels is the real deal.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely either see the reincarnation of RG3's knee, which will mean that it will explode again, or he might actually be decent for maximum 4 years.
That's good. That's 4 more years.
I would take 4 more years than what I've had to deal with for
your entire life
since the 90s.
The Commanders are not an animal.
Yeah, but I am. And I'm a commander.
Now that's how you bring it full circle. I'm also going to pick the Washington Commanders, led by former Cardinals head coach, by the way, Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh, well, in that case, the Cardinals are screwed.
Okay, so we got the New England Patriots visiting the San Francisco 49ers. Both teams 1-2. They're not the same 1-2. They're both injury wrecked again. This is another injury bowl. New England is missing parts of their entire O-line. San Francisco's missing Kittle. He might be back, I don't know. Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey could be out the entire regular season because they won't reveal anything. Who knows? Overall, Brock Purdy played well. Jawan Jennings is the second coming of Jerry Rice, apparently. We learned this last week as well. But I'm going to go with the 49ers because Patriots roster is this thing we call bad. So 49ers, even with all those injuries, I'll still pick them to win.
San Francisco.
I'm only picking them for the points.
I hate the
Cleveland at Las Vegas. Both teams got embarrassed last week. Cleveland lost to the New York Giants at home. Not great for them. Meanwhile, Vegas lost at home to Carolina, which is even worse. So they made Andy Dalton look like a legitimate quarterback in 2024, which is almost impossible to do, and yet they managed to do it. So because of that, I'm going to actually pick Vegas because Antonio Pierce was so mad that I'm just convinced he's going to get them playing better.
Flipping my ID.
Oh, the famous ID flip.
Alright, I'm going with Cleveland Browns.
Landed head side up, so you pick Cleveland.
The Browns will harness the power of a certain guy that is convicted right now.
I feel like P. Diddy with fur.
We got the Chiefs, who I will be picking against the
Simple as that.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
All right, Kansas City it is.
Number 1, Justin Herbert might not play. Number 2, the NFL conveniently suspended Derwin James this week for 1 game. I wonder who the Chargers' upcoming opponent is. Dude, like, I'm trying not to go conspiracy theorist, but, like, come on, man. They're making it blatant at this point. Also, back-to-back weeks getting bailed by 1 week a PI call, the other a non-PI call, and they are 3-0. They're going to be 4-0. They won't deserve any of their 4 wins, but they're going to be 4-0.
I don't want to talk about Kansas City anymore.
You're right. You're right.
I'm just doing it for the points.
All the
Again.
Chiefs stuff is just rage bait at this point. I'm convinced. Like, they're trying to make us mad.
That looked a little Mahomey.
Sunday Night Football, Buffalo Bills against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens got their first win of the season by beating the Cowboys and almost choking. That would have been kind of funny, but also mostly sad because everybody hates Dallas. But the Ravens won. And Buffalo, meanwhile, they got their 3rd straight win. They're 3-0. They were at home. They killed Jacksonville. So they did what they needed to do. Doug Peterson is dead now. Which, rest in peace to him. But overall, this hot streak for the Bills has got to end soon, and I've got this feeling that it's going to be this week where Baltimore emerges as the winner.
I want Baltimore to win for no specific reason.
Yeah, not anything he said, like, off camera, that only we will know now.
I think Baltimore is going to be on the next hit list, like O.J. Simpson.
Joke explains. These actually are probably the 2 worst teams in the NFL right now. Miami by circumstance because they don't got Tua. Tennessee by circumstance that they do have Will Levis. So because of this,
Mayo man.
he has had a great turnover every week. He's doing a good job of making his coach want to quit coaching. So overall, I'm going with Miami here.
Will Levis is making people want to watch football just so they can see him fail. And, I mean, Dolphins are animals.
Cool. Happy to have your support, guys.
Onward, Dale Shuma!
You can have your debate now about this. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Lions. I'm going to pick the Lions, and I'm going to leave it to you two.
So basically, lions are animals.
But, like, basically, lions, tigers, and bears are not animals, and Seattle's going to smoke them by -14.
Screw you and your rhymes, Ethan Hibbs.
Go Seattle.
I think you're the first person who said go Seattle outside of Seattle in like.
Yeah, I don't think anyone said go Seattle since, like, 2018.
Seattle? More like skedaddle.
That's all for picks this week. Thanks again for tuning in. Check the slate Sunday to see whose random picks are winning. And he's asleep. You got anything, John? That was really effective.
Yeah, that failed.
And totally didn't make me flinch. See ya.